Oh my god, where do I even start with this one? Neo and Smith have been beefing damn near since the very first scene in the movie, and it all comes to a head when Smith blocks his escape route in the subway by shooting the telephone. What's interesting here is that instead of Neo running away up the stairs and most likely being able to escape, he instead turns around and decides to confront Smith. Now, when I say this scene gave me chills, man, I cannot stress that enough. Then you got Morpheus hyping your man up, saying he's beginning to believe. Man, you know you gotta ride or die, homie, when he's hyping you up and you can't even hear the nigga. The other thing that's important to note here is that Smith gives Neo a chance to escape. He wasn't running after Neo as soon as he shot the phone. Nah, he just stood there at the end of the tunnel, watching, waiting. It's almost like Smith was daring him to turn around and face him. This was the first time, along with a few others in the fight, that Smith shows just how human he really is. No other program would have given Neo that chance. Just look at how he reacts when Neo does turn around. He's excited. Damn near got a stiff one, just waiting to kill Neo. Now, one thing I will say, and I think I've said this before in my previous video, is that everyone roughly fights the same in the Matrix movies. No one has a very specific style that they use. Their individual technique only really shines through in the intensity in which they fight. That right there, the intensity of a fight, and sometimes lack thereof, is what the Matrix does very well, along with the style of the fight. Look at how exaggerated Smith's movements are compared to Neo's. You can feel the malice through the screen as he throws Neo into walls, breaking shit, and punches concrete pillars just to knock Neo's head off. Look at Smith's facial expressions as well. He's full of hate and anger, and he's channeling all of those emotions into these heavy and lethal blows. Now compare that to Neo. He's calm, cool, collected, calculated, alliteration. There are no wasted movements, and every punch and kick has a purpose. It's almost like he's a robot, which is iconic considering that it's a computer program that he's fighting against. That irony is the basis of Neo and Smith's relationship really throughout the whole movie, and you can see that as the fight carries on. Just take a look at what Smith says to Neo. I'm going to enjoy watching you die. He's sadistic. He enjoys inflicting pain and he enjoys the hunt for the humans. Another one. You hear that? That's the sound of your death. That's the sound of the inevitable. He isn't only trying to kill Neo, he's trying to break his spirit as well, and he enjoys breaking his spirit thoroughly. And what does Neo say? The only words that Neo says throughout the entire fight is at the very end. 4 words. My name is Neo, solidifying who he is and rejecting who he was. I think that's why Smith kept referring to Neo as Mr. Anderson. It was a mind game from the start, a way to cast doubt on who he is and the world that he is fighting for. It's a way of saying that nothing has changed and things never will.